everyone, happy Friday. Hope you're doing wonderful. I wanted to hop on here because I had a question that I think that you guys might be interested in figuring out. Someone asked me if they had a new listing, what would they do? What are some of the things that they should do? So I'm going to share with you some of the things that you should do. Hey everyone, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that you need to do if you've got a new listing. Now this is specifically for commercial agents, but I'm sure you guys can use this at any time. So my name is Divine Couture. I'm a commercial real estate broker. Hey people, how you doing? Here in San Francisco, I work from San Francisco and Houston and travel around talking about commercial real estate as well as closing deals, and I want to help you do the same. So I know a lot of realtors now are saying, hey, should I get into commercial real estate at the beginning of the year? Should I try into something new? So this series is just to kind of give you an idea of what a commercial real estate agent does, what we do, and so figure out, say, hey, this is something I actually can do because I already have clients in that. Or, you know what, maybe I might think you're a broker and you have a commercial listing. That means that you're representing the landlord or a developer, right? You're representing the person who actually owns the property. So if you were doing residential, you might say a buyer or a seller. So the seller would be considered the landlord in the commercial, because this can be a hard, tough industry, especially if you don't have anyone to like chat with and to communicate with. So that's why I'm putting myself out there for our community, especially. I'm here for you. Just looking for a way to get in. Okay, so you got to figure out, Nikki, what sort of commercial real estate you want to do. Is it commercial real estate leasing? That's what I specialize in. Is it buildings? Do you want to do multifamily? Do you want to do retail? Do you want to do industrial? Do you want to do office? So, let's set up a time together to talk. And I hope you catch my lives. I'm not going to be able to go on 1 o'clock every day, guys, because I'm back in San Francisco and I'm grinding and I have appointments. So let me just share with you guys a couple of things you want to do if you have a listing, right? So say, for example, you guys were driving around and you see a sign that says for lease on a building, but it doesn't have an agent's name on it, right? But it just has a number. Call the number and say, hi, I want to introduce myself to you. I am a realtor, because you definitely want to have your real estate license. I'm a realtor and I see you've got this space. Can you tell me a little bit more about the space that's available? And then they'll start talking, and then you'll figure out, okay, this is a landlord. He's not working with an agent yet. This might be an opportunity for me to take this listing. So you just listen to them talk, and say, hey, I see that you're not working with an agent, why? And find out the answer. And I have a whole series on why landlords don't talk to agents and don't work with agents. So go ahead and check that out on my YouTube channel. But this might be an opportunity for you to say, hey, let me work with listing. Let me bring you the tenant. Let me represent you as an agent representing a landlord. And then, perfect, connect with me anytime. And then, what you want to do next is sign a listing agreement with him, right? So you sign the listing agreement. You've got your sign out there. It says, hello, contact the most amazing commercial leasing person in the world, and has your number. And people are going to be driving by and they're going to pick up the phone and they're going to call you. Right? But the thing of it is that signs do not sell buildings. Signs do not lease buildings. Now, in residential, it might be different. You get dotted calls off of signs, right? In commercial. But the person actually sells and leases a property, right? The agent is going out there putting the work in. The agent is making the phone calls. The agent is writing up the contract, right? So what do when you have a listing? You don't want to necessarily concentrate and only focus on the sign people calling you. So this is what you do. You have a listing, you have all the information. You need to contact every single commercial agent in your area who also, for example, if the listing is a retail would probably be on the bottom floor. Contact every single agent that's doing retail. Commercial real estate is not like residential. There's only a handful of us. So that's why I always encouraging, especially men and women of color, to get into commercial real estate, because it's not as saturated as residential. There's not as many of our community in commercial. And this is where the opportunity is, right? This is where the opportunity is. And so you just got to kind of learn how to close the deals. And you can do that. You can follow me. I'm always teaching about commercial leasing. My channel, Learn Commercial Real Estate. But I would call every single broker and say, hey, Bob, this is Divine. I've got this new low space. I've got this new listing over here, and it's 2,500 square feet. It's $1.50 a square foot. We're looking for a 5 to 10 year lease. What sort of, who do you have to bring to me for my listing? And then they're like, well, we don't have any right now, but we might have someone in the future that might be interested in that space. Now, this is doing a couple of things. You're helping out the other broker too, because now they have more market information that they didn't have before. They may not have known that space was being listed out by an agent now. They may have passed that location 50 times and not thought to call the actual landlord themselves to ask for the listing. So these are techniques that you can do to be on the leading edge. And that's what we want to do. We want to be on the leading edge of what's going on in real estate. It's great to have the low-hanging fruit, but it's also nice to get out there and get caught up in the rain, right? So let's make sure that when we're working as agents, no matter if it's in residential, no matter if it's in commercial, putting yourself out there to be able to have a spotlight shine on you, right? Because they don't know it until you show it, right? So let's get back to it. I would call the next agent, let them know, hey, I've got this space. It's here, right there. This is what it would be great for. Who do you have for it? Because when you're talking to the agents, they actually have tenants that can come to your space and you guys can make a deal. So it's a little bit more different than in residential where hey, brother, how are you? So it's a little bit different than in residential where there might be some competition. In commercial real estate, collaboration is key. So there's a lot of brokers who just call me and be like, hey, DK, I've got this space available we were looking for this type of term, this is how much square feet it is. And I'm like, perfect. I'll put that in my Rolodex because I know I'm probably going to have someone who might be looking for a space like that. Now, guess what that does? That takes down on my research time. I don't have to go on LoopNet and CoStar and spend hours searching because I already have in my mind and I already know what's coming on and off the market. And I'm going to keep going back to this, guys. You got to know your market. You got to know what's coming in on the market and off the market. Another thing that we want to do, which is really important, is make sure you give your comps. You're going to do your comps before you price out the square footage. Already has a price that they want in there, but you've got to do your due diligence. You've got to look at the comps, find out what they are. And in doing so, then you're talking to the other agents too and introducing yourself and putting them in your Rolodex. Hey, add me to your email list. I'm going to add you to my email list. When I have a space that comes available, I'm going to let you know. And then they'll do the thing vice versa. And then guess what else is going to happen? They're going to know who you are, and the agent is actually going to pick up the phone and chat with you. Commercial brokers are notorious for not picking up the phone, not answering the phones. Hey guys, thanks for joining in. I'm talking about commercial real estate. What is a commercial agent? What we do. And right now I'm giving an example. Like if you have a commercial listing, what are some things that you can do to start creating that business and bringing the tenants into you? If any of you don't know me, I work in San Francisco. I'm into commercial real estate leasing, sales, but I specialize in retail, office, and industrial leasing. That's my passion, and that's what I do around the clock. So what we want to do is check out the comps. Know what all the different prices are in the area. So you might get a tenant that's saying, oh, yes, well, I want only $1.20 a square foot, but I have to be in this specific area. Well, you as an agent know that you can help guide them, but also prevent wasting your time and saying, I see that you like that area. It's a fantastic area, but your budget is out of that price per square footage because you might be looking at 1515 Main, but 1520 Main is, $2.50 a square foot. So it's not going to be that much differentiation going from maybe one building or two building when you're dealing with a certain segment. But knowing your target market, knowing your real estate market and walking around talking to the agents is going to put you right into that sweet spot of where you need to be. So do you guys have any questions? Have any of you guys thinking about getting into But commercial real estate, let me know. Please follow my channel. I have a YouTube channel. I've been in commercial real estate for a long time, and I'm really passionate about it. So yeah, but anyway, that's what I just wanted to talk to you guys about today. What is a commercial agent and what to do when you have a landlord listing? When you're representing a landlord trying to bring a tenant to the space. Now, I want you guys to look around the next few days if you're driving around or however you're getting around your city and start noticing all the spaces that are for lease, especially retail spaces on the ground floor. There's so much retail space available right now. And start thinking of the people you know who own businesses, who are business owners, but maybe they don't have a business space yet, right? Maybe they might be looking for one. And a really great place to find tenants are co-working business spaces, like incubator spaces. And, eventually, soon they are. But when you're already in there, when they know who you are, when you've kind of been showing your face around, you're going to be the first commercial person they think of, because commercial people sometimes have never even met a commercial agent. They don't even know really what they do. So these are just some different ways to start differentiating yourself, and write a list out of all the people you know who own buildings, all the people who you know who knows someone who owns a building. How many business owners do you know? How many times you go into a local convenience store or to low grocery mart or these small mom and pop owned stores? Do you know who owns them? Introduce yourself to the owner. Talk about the lease. Hey, how long have you guys actually been here? What kind of lease did you guys get into? Yeah, I'm just getting into commercial real estate now, and I want to meet as many business owners as I can. I want to introduce myself to let them know that I'm gonna be a boots on the ground type of agent. I'm going to be a community-driven agent where the business owners can locally call me and say, hey, Divine, I heard the business down the street is going out of business. You might want to check them out. Thank you. Thank you so much. Of course, I'll check them out. I'll go right over there and talk to them. Yes, we're going out of business, but we can't afford to rent here, but we actually are looking for another space. We haven't really sold anybody yet. We're going out of business, but we want to open up somewhere else. Boom. That's my client right there. So I hope this helped you guys. I want you to all to stay encouraged. Hey guys, thanks for joining. DK by the Bay, and I want you to all be encouraged no matter what line of work you are in this holiday season. Deals may slow down a little bit. Things may slow down. There's a lot of different things going on. Stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Stay in your wheelhouse. Stay in your mind. And stay in a place of speaking to yourself nicely. Speak success over to your life. When you have a deal that might be going a little crazy, it's okay. It's okay. Be grateful of where it is then and the lessons it's trying to teach you. So let's be encouraged, because real estate is tough. It's not an easy industry, right? Real estate is tough, but we're tougher. So my name is Divine Couture. Oh, lots of love. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you so much. Questions, let me know. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. DK by the Bay, please like and share this, and God bless, guys. We'll see you.